disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ahead, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep. Tick, tick, boom. Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wildin'. You must be blind by the diamonds. I didn't want it to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this. So it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's going quiet. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ahead, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep. Woo! It's go, 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 go time.
Welcome, everybody, to Dueling Aces for October 21. Yeah, do not adjust your calendars. Due to unforeseen things occurring, we've taken a little time off, but we're back, and lots has happened.
Don't lie to the people. You can't stand me and everyone else. Don't lie.
The old man can't stay up as late as he used to, right?
Yeah, his bedtime is 4:30 p.m., so he's already about almost 4 hours past.
Hey, at least I can last a little bit longer than some guy named James Franklin, huh?
Touche. Yeah, that was literally, it's been almost 2 weeks, so we haven't even talked about it.
Right. And it's been a little dicey. Especially for those who don't quite agree. Like one Mr. Nick Saban.
Oh my God.
Like up to you to decide what's fair or unfair when Reese answer that question. I'm going to answer it. It's unfair as hell for you to go to the Rose Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl, get in the Final Four, come out being ranked #1 this year, an expectation that you created by what you accomplished at Penn State. And for those people not to show enough appreciation for that and gratitude for all the hard work that you did, I'm saying it's unfair. You made the statement, it's not.
Sam, your response to that, sir?
Well, first of all, I'm getting real sick and tired of how the national narrative around James Franklin all of a sudden changed within 2 weeks. First off, here's my first issue. Number one, Nick Saban ran away from college football because he didn't want to play NFL free agency. So I really don't care what he has to say about this whole situation. Number two, the national media, the stance on James Franklin for the past 12 years has been Penn State will never get over the hump because he can't win big games. So now that he has lost a big game to Oregon again and followed it up by getting completely outplayed by a UCLA team that did not hold a lead in any game this year before that game and lost, then followed it up by coming back home for your homecoming game and being out physically played by Northwestern. And now there's an issue because we fired him? Because we've been going through this crap for 12 years? Look, I understand James Franklin, what he did for Penn State. It was great. What he has done for this program, from where he took it over, it's amazing what he has done with it. They've been one of the top recruiting schools for over the past 5 years. I mean, look at some of the guys that we have put into the NFL. Micah Parsons, Abdul Carter, Saquon Barkley, Chris Godwin. I mean, there's a list there. And there's a bunch of upperclassmen from this team that will still get drafted. Hopefully, if they don't continue to play like crap, because some of them, it's been dicey this year. But all I've had to hear for 12 years from everybody, including those nimrods on College Game Day and Game Day Morning and all that, has been Penn State will never be in the same class as a Michigan or an Ohio State because James Franklin cannot win the big game. So now that we had the balls to fire him, now we're the problem? Okay. That's fine. And okay, yes. We got to the final. You got to the final four of the first year of the expanded playoff. Congratulations. You beat SMU at home, and then you beat Boise State with one NFL player on their roster. And when you when you came across the team that had a lick of sense in Notre Dame, same shit every time. You lost again.
Okay.
Well, it's at the point with this was what is the one and look, like I said, I don't want to turn this into Bash James Franklin for 25 minutes. I'm not going to do that. The guy took a mess. An absolute mess. And first of all, look, I've made a few YouTube shorts about this. I've made videos about this. I've talked about it on my show. I have one little gripe with people. Stop calling Penn State Sandusky U. Stop making jokes about what happened. That shit's not funny. I understand that people want to think that's still what Penn State is. Are people aware that every single person that had to do with that situation that knew about it is no longer associated with that school? Don't make jokes about shit like that. It's not about the football program or the team or the school. It's about being a human being. You don't make jokes about what happened. It's sick. So stop playing like it's a game. It's disgusting. But what he brought them out of, because, Bill O'Brien came in, won 8 games both years, but then O'Brien, he wants to come back to the NFL. So he left. At the time, he really wasn't happy with the leadership at Penn State because it was literally 2 years removed from what happened. And like I said, this is not Bash James Franklin. I appreciate everything he did. But the one thing we've always noticed, yes, they'll lose to Ohio State every year. They'll lose to Oregon, just an example. I know Oregon just came to the Big Ten, but it's just an example, right?
Uh-huh.
But what has he always done after? They've always rebounded and beaten the teams they are supposed to. The fact that they lost to Oregon, then what happened with UCLA, then with what happened with Northwestern, that's the straw that broke the camel's back. Because if you just go back, go watch the double overtime against Oregon. Something that night in James Franklin changed. Something in the body language of that entire team changed. And that's why he got fired. But like I said, what cracks me the hell up is for 12 years, we've been a joke to the national spotlight because, we can't win the big game because of James Franklin. But after him, now we're the assholes.
You are the assholes.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
I'm being dead serious. I'm being dead serious because college football is not the same as it was 12 years ago. It is not the same. With NIL and kids that can move around wherever they please, you remove the having to sit out for a year college eligibility bullshit. All you are a smaller version of pro football. I'm sorry, but Penn State was a middle tier team. That's what they were. You might have gone to the playoffs once every couple of years, but you were never going to contend for a national championship. And it's not James Franklin's fault. It's the fact that you're in the middle of BFE, Pennsylvania, with no major market around you. You got to go a few hours to get to Philly or Pittsburgh or New York. Media doesn't want to come to PA. How many nationally televised games does Penn State get every year? 2? Maybe? How many does Ohio State get? How many does Michigan get? How many does Oregon get? USC, Tennessee, Texas, Alabama, LSU, and Florida. It's not that you're not the assholes because you are. It's that we're not done making you pay your penance for Paterno and what happened there too.
What year are you living in? What year are you living in?
Anytime I hear a story about Penn State, it always references what happened with Paterno. Always. Out of the ashes of the Paterno comes James Franklin. Any story.
And well, first of all, the people that bring that up are uneducated because guess what? James Franklin did not take over the team when that happened. Bill O'Brien did. I'm the one person that has the common sense to remember that. Franklin came in 4 years after that, but he did not take the program over the year after that shit happened. O'Brien took it over for 2 years.
O'Brien had it for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then who had it after O'Brien?
Yeah, James Franklin. That's what I just said.
That's right. Not 4 years, 2 years.
No, I'm saying, I mean, the first 2 years after it happened, Franklin didn't have it. That's what I was saying. Either way. Why? But it's not, I don't care whose fault this is. First of all, I don't give a shit who the fucking coach is. You can't lose to Oregon and then lose to the worst team in college football in UCLA and Northwestern and expect to keep your job. You can't.
Why not? The head coach of Notre Dame is ranked 12th, and they've lost 2. He keeps his job. They barely make the playoff or do anything every year. You were still
in the national championship last year.
No, they weren't.
Oh, wait. Who lost that? But who'd they beat before that? Another big game loss you could chalk up to Penn State.
The Notre Dame had no shot in beating Ohio State last year. Like, none. It wasn't going to happen. I could have hoped, just because I want to watch it.
We could have hoped and prayed, but it's not going to happen.
I just want to watch Buckeye fans cry.
And look,
George.
And listen,
I was going to say, I know which Buckeye fans you're talking about too.
And first of all, let me also point this out. I don't come on here ever clamoring that we're Alabama and Ohio State and all these fucking teams.
I never said you did.
I know that. I'm not saying you said I said that. I'm just saying I'm realistic about the whole thing. But for the love of Christ, we gave the guy 12 years. What else did you want us to do?
You were relevant again. You were relevant. And here's the thing that I think a lot of fans like yourself who are too close to the fire need to step back a little bit and look at the whole picture. Firing James Franklin didn't do your school any favors. None. Because now you have to go out and hire a new coach, and you better pay him more than you were going to pay James Franklin, because why else is he going to come there? Because any of the recruits that Franklin had that were still going to stick around can now hit the transfer portal and say goodbye. Anybody that's on that team of any merit can hit the transfer portal immediately. Yes, Penn State set their program back at least 3 years by pulling that move. The smarter thing would have been to wait till the end of the year and see where it all plays out. I think any school, not just Penn State, any school that fires their coach in the middle of the year is stupid for doing so. Because now with NIL and the transfer portal, you negatively impact your school for an untold number of years, depending on what school it's at. Could you imagine if Saban had, use him for an example. I know he retired, but let's say Saban has had a couple of years where he's gone 9-3 or 8-4. He plays in a couple of pre-New Year's Day bowl games. Maybe he gets one shot at the playoffs, doesn't win national title. And then he loses to Kentucky, Vanderbilt, and Mississippi State all in a row, and they fire him. You don't think that that's not going to set Alabama back drastically? Now, this is a hypothetical, for sure.
I know that.
But it's 100% going to set them back. It's going to set Penn State back.
Yes, it will for a little bit, but like you said with the transfer portal, but guess what? That also means they can also get players from the transfer portal
Who wants to come to Penn State? Who wants to come to Penn State? What do you have?
You have to wait and see who they hire. That's what I mean. After that is when you start looking at that.
Again, who's going to want to come to Penn State? If I'm a head coach and I go, "Oh, I had a rough year," and they fired my predecessor because he was having a rough year, why do I want to come there? If I have any type of renown, why do I want to come there? If I have any type of reputation, why do I want to go to Penn State? Screw that. I'll go down to Florida. I'll go down to the Ole Miss. I'll go down to, wherever. I'll go coach at Colorado when Deion steps. It doesn't matter. Why do I want to go to Penn State? Well, look, fire me in the middle of the year.
Well, look, if somebody wants to go down to Florida over Penn State and be the 10th best team in the SEC, they can go right the fuck ahead. Because I'll tell you right now, I'm still under the disagreement with this. Florida right currently is not a better job. You'll be the 8th best team in the SEC for the next decade.
SEC is like the NFC South. It turns over every year.
I mean, God, we're like 3 weeks away from Missouri possibly still being a playoff team.
Correct. And they weren't last year. I understand your passion. Hold on. As a fan, I understand your passion. I really do understand your passion for your school. And you're wanting them to be the best that they can be in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
But the one thing that made Penn State stand out above everybody else was tradition.
Agreed.
When I thought of Penn State or heard the name Penn State, what I thought of was A, tradition, and B, loyalty. Now, I'm going to take the whole Jerry Sandusky bullshit out of it.
Yes.
There were plenty of years towards the end that Jopa should have been retired and should have been fired.
And that was the funny thing. They tried to get him to retire in 2005.
And he wouldn't.
Nope.
So, you have a coach who took Vanderbilt from nothing and built them up, and look at where Vandy is now. Vandy does pretty good for itself. They're 7-5, 8-4 most years. Make a bowl game. He reinvigorated that program.
And now look at them.
Yes. And now you had a coach for 12 years in James Franklin. He had a bad year and you fired him. Because you listen to your boosters, you listen to your alumni, and everybody's too damn trigger happy to let things build. You have in the new NCAA, the guys that know how to work the pro program are the coaches that are going to be successful.
Well, the other big thing with this is we do not have the same athletic director that we had even 4 years ago. I'm not even going to go back to when he was first hired because Pat Kraft is our new athletic director. When Franklin got his new 10-year contract back in, 21, 22, something around that area, when he was given that contract, that athletic director gave him that contract and then split literally like 6 months later. So that was the first thing. And first of all, I didn't want them giving him that contract anyway, because first of all, before he signed that deal, he had one foot out at the door anyway. Because those were the couple of COVID years where things were kind of murky with college football. I mean, but so this was one strict thing. Pat Kraft was not here when James Franklin was given that contract. Apparently, after that Northwestern game, him and Franklin had a blow up in the freaking after the game. Pat Kraft has no major association to James Franklin. Pat Kraft wants to put his marks on this football program, and it was not to continue with James Franklin. What I think they did is they saw the fact they looked at the big game record, and I'm not. That's just my example. Then here's where it got bad. Like I said a few minutes ago, when they lost to an Ohio State or an Oregon, whatever, shit happens, right? They always kick someone's ass the next week, whether it was Michigan State, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Northwestern, take your pick. But the fact that they came out those next two games and played two of the worst possible games I've ever seen this football program under him play. I have watched them lose to top-ranked teams. I've never seen a team look as bad as they have over the past 2 weeks. Not counting Iowa, because he's not here. He wasn't there for that. But
he was having a bad year. It happens. Even Saban had a 4-loss season. And then what'd they do the next year? Oh, that's right. They won the fucking national championship.
Yes, let's be real here. It wasn't going to be a 4-loss season. It's going to be if they kept him, it was at best going to be only a 6-loss, maybe a 6-loss season or a 5-loss season.
Having a 4-loss season with him this year, 4 losses.
Bruiser, they already have 3, and they were still going to have to go back to back now at Ohio State, home against Indiana. That's 5 right there, because they're not beating either of those teams.
Ohio State's going to beat Indiana, and then Indiana's going to plummet. Nobody believes in Indiana. Indiana is number 2 by virtue of the fact that that's where they are.
No, they're number 2 because they went into Dan Lanning's building and kicked his ass. That's why they're number 2.
No, they're not.
Yes,
they were in the top 10 last. They were in the top 10 last year. We sat here and had this conversation about, is Indiana for real? And then they proceeded to lose 2 in a row, and one of them was to unranked Northwestern.
But like you said, it changes year to year. This year they have 2 top 10 wins. They beat.
I have a major issue with the AP Top 25 anyway, because I hate how knee-jerk it's become. It used to be that poll used to be the control rod. It used to be the common sense poll. You could look at the AP Top 25 and be like, okay, this is, but the fact that 2-loss Notre Dame is somehow 12th and Texas dropped after beating Kentucky and not moving up, or there are teams that are, they dropped a spot.
Oh, shit. I went over that last night on my show. I just didn't. I'm not trying to be funny or offense to Texas. I just didn't look at the back end of it. I was mostly focused in the top 15.
Good God.
There are schools that should not be in the top 15 that are in the top 15.
Yes, but this is what you get when it's going to be more of a knee-jerk thing because you're expanding your play. It's not like you went from, this is why I thought maybe in the beginning this was too much. Instead of making the playoff format a 12-team thing, why don't we just try 8? And then we'll expand it more if we think we can. But now that you've allowed 12 teams to get in, now you have to be knee-jerk because you have to find 12 teams that are freaking...
You don't have to be that knee-jerk. Look, you dropped LSU down to 20th. Do you really think LSU is the 20th ranked team?
Well, they got the older version of James. Well, they have the older version of James Franklin on their sideline. So yeah, I do believe that because Brian Kelly can't win games when it matters either.
Hold on, let me. We're just gonna pull up the AP Top 25. I'm gonna pull it up.
I got it. I already have it, my friends. Already got it ready. I got it loaded for you, ready to go. Here you go, sir.
you want to tell me that? So LSU is 20th. So you're going to tell me, and we'll just go to 12, where Notre Dame is. You're going to tell me that Oklahoma, Texas Tech, Missouri, Virginia, Tennessee, South Florida, and Louisville are all better than LSU.
Depends on who we talk about. Do I think Louisville is? No. Do I think South Florida is? No.
So if you don't think South Florida is, and you don't think Louisville is, then that moves LSU to 18th. Do you think Virginia's better than them?
Probably not.
No, let's move them up to 17th. Let's move them up to 17th. Texas Tech dropped 7 spots after a loss from 7 to 14. Texas Tech better than them?
Personally, I think they are.
Okay, I'll give you that one. So you've got 3 teams because I don't think Tennessee's better than them. And didn't LSU beat Tennessee? So I'll give you Oklahoma, Texas Tech, and Missouri are better than LSU, which would make
Oklahoma's only better if Matier's healthy.
Doesn't matter. I'm not talking athletes, Sam. Again, too close. Look, bigger picture.
LSU has not played. It does not play Tennessee. They haven't played them this year.
Okay. LSU. We'll even say Tennessee is better. So it's Oklahoma, Texas Tech, or Oklahoma, Missouri, and Tennessee. That's 4 teams. That puts LSU from 20th to 16th. We really think that 5-2 Illinois, 5-2 Arizona State, 5-2 Michigan should be in the top 25. We really think 6-1 Cincinnati, who doesn't play anybody, is the 21st ranked team above Texas.
But again, these teams aren't. It's not going to matter because if the season ended today, they're not in the playoffs. So who gives a shit how the back end of this looks? There's always teams in the back end. We could say that,
but it does matter when you're a team like LSU, like Texas, like Oklahoma, who gets mired in the back through the middle portion to the end portion of the season. And then you have to count on games like the Georgia game coming up for Texas, or LSU's got to play. I think they already played Bama, didn't they?
No. They play all right. So they play A&M this week, and then they are at Bama November the 8th.
So you got to beat A&M and you got to beat Bama. This is why I hate knee-jerk reactions. This is why I hate I used to get on Georgia about it too with Ohio State. Ohio State, yes, is arguably the best team in the country. I don't think Indiana's number 2. Alabama is 4th by virtue of what they've done. Georgia is 5th by virtue of what they've done. Oregon is 6th by virtue of what they've done. If Georgia Tech doesn't beat Florida State at the beginning of the year, they're not anywhere near number 7, ever. They're not. The reason why Georgia Tech was on the radar for the top 25 to begin with was because they beat FSU and upset them when Georgia Tech was unranked and Florida State was in the top 5.
Who hasn't upset Florida State in the past 2 years?
But that's not the point. The point is,
I know.
The point is, Georgia Tech could have gone undefeated and maybe been like 17 or 15 to 20, and that would have been respectable.
But again, like I said, this is what you get when you make a playoff format that you're adding 8 teams to. If
But
you wanted to get to, like, look, if you wanted to get to this at some point, I'm perfectly fine with it. Maybe you should have started instead of going from 4 teams to 12, you go 4 to 8. And you're still making it interesting. Like, you still have to be very spot on with who you're putting in that top 8.
It's
Like,
not just a playoff, because I really don't think from expanding to 4 to 12 had that big of an issue. It is the culmination of the transfer portal, the NIL, the playoff, all of the money moving into college football. When you're giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars to kids on your main pregame show on ESPN for making field goals, there's far too much money in college football.
yeah. And not to mention all these other ways these programs get money. I mean, for Christ's sake, Penn State starts next year a $300 million deal with Adidas, for God's sakes.
Yes. LSU's locker room a couple of years ago when they made it was like $12 million. They spent $12 million on locker room.
I know. Another reason why when people keep asking me who wants to come to Happy Valley, whoever the hell they write the biggest check to is probably going to be the answer to that. I'm not saying that's how I want to approach it. Because first of all, a couple programs can thank Penn State, because if it weren't for Penn State, Kurt Signetti wouldn't have got that contract when he did. Even though what idiot came up with the idea that Kurt Signetti would leave a program that he essentially did what James Franklin has been doing for 2 years at Indiana to come to Penn State? Why would he do that?
I think I saw a Reddit post on the college football Reddit I'm in. And I don't know if this is the answer, but I also think it might be the answer. The answer to the Penn State problem is sitting in Pittsburgh. I just don't know how much you'd have to pay Mike Tomlin to get him away from the Steelers.
I'm good off of that.
What's that?
I'm good off that. I don't need to fucking... I don't know what NFL guys I would want to come to do this job.
Mike Tomlin is the only one I think would do it fairly and well.
He may be able to, honestly. I don't know. But
Listen,
again,
when it comes to Mike Tomlin, has anybody ever accused Mike Tomlin of being inappropriate or less than fair or a commendable, respectable individual?
Yeah, valid point. Yeah, I have no idea, because like all the idiots out there, people keep saying, like Nick Saban. Nick Saban's not coming out. He's got a great gig. He's not coming here. He's not coming out of retirement. He wanted nothing. He wanted zero to do with this era of college football. Regardless of anything, Nick Saban wanted no parts of this version of college football. That's why he left. Other people say Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer's also not a fan of the way college football is today. And then somebody said John Gruden, and I asked them to go take a drug test.
I wouldn't. There's one other name that I think you could get that also has Steeler ties that might be fun. Just playing the Gits and Shiggles game. Bill Cowher.
You're right. That's shits and giggles.
Okay, never mind. Maybe Tomlin doesn't sound so bad.
Tomlin is a very good answer to the Penn State problem.
He could be, but again, like you said, they ain't never.
When I think
He's got a.
When I hear
Go
the
ahead.
name Tomlin, I think of stability, honesty, and integrity.
And he's
Yeah.
used to dealing with fruits and nuts.
Pretty much.
And a bunch of crybabies.
But no, like, and look, I said it from the moment they fired him. I thought personally he was going to get fired after the season. I didn't think they would have knee-jerked it that quickly because the buyout still hurts. But the buyout would have dropped $8 million less if you would have just waited for the season to end. But when I woke up, when I was at work the next day and I saw the freaking tweet said breaking, James Franklin is out at Penn State, I'm like, all right, they didn't give a shit about that buyout money at all. Okay. But no, they made their decision. They have to live with it. I personally I don't care because, again, I understand why they did it. But again, it is what it is now. I will tell you one thing. I'm loyal to my school. I will not watch one mother effing snap of football at Penn State next year if they hire Matt Rule away from Nebraska. That's like going and getting James Franklin off a Temu. Because if you strictly fire James Franklin because, he can't beat ranked opponents in big games, well, Mr. 2-22 against ranked opponents ain't much better. But the problem is with Matt Rule, Penn State alum, boosters would probably love him because he's a Penn State alum. Unfortunately, he's the one that turned around Temple's program. Guess who the AD was back then? Pat Kraft.
Matt Rule was a terrible head coach in the NFL. He had a flash in the pan career at Baylor. He had a flash in the pan at Temple. Notice he got flash in the pan, flash in the pan, uses it to propel himself to a better job. Flash in the pan, uses it to propel himself to a better job.
Yeah.
Matt Rule is not your answer in Happy Valley.
No, because if they're looking for consistency, that's not it.
I would, as much as I would hate to see him leave, I think it might be time. Because I think you need somebody that's a little bit of an ass kicker down there in Austin. But Sarkisian up in Penn State might be a good fit.
I wouldn't be upset with it. A lot of people keep throwing Eli Drinkwitz's name in it, the Missouri head coach. The only reason I would want that is because I would want him to bring Bo Prabula back with him because I'm still pissed off about it.
It's so stupid to fire your head coach in the middle of the year.
Yeah, I thought it would have happened after the season. I thought they would have let him play the season out and then call it a day.
I think that's why the Miami Dolphins haven't fired theirs.
I mean, in pro though versus college, it's so much easier to do it in the middle of the year for the pros.
Yeah, but what is there? What
there's nothing to gain. Absolutely, you're absolutely right.
Right now, there isn't squat. There isn't anybody out there even worth sniffing.
Listen, just let them keep tanking. You're going to get the first pick anyway with the Dolphins.
Yeah, and they need a new quarterback.
Yeah. Look, Arch Manning's not going to be the answer.
No.
He's not coming out anyway.
I don't think
he's definitely not coming out after this year.
No,
I would hope
he stays all 4 years.
Well, I would hope the hell not that he doesn't come out, because that he
needs
has
more
the athletic
experience.
ability of Cooper and the throwing ability of Eli.
He needs the experience. He doesn't have enough experience yet.
It's not even it's not even just experience. It is quality reps under pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
No. I can put a kid in against our Sisters of the Blind Retarded Kids and beat them up 78-44 and get experience. But if I'm going to put my QB in against what he's going to be playing against on Sundays with guys at Alabama, in Florida, Ohio State, Michigan, Oklahoma, that's quality experience. I'd rather him have quality experience than just, hey, go get me 75 points against the kids with leprosy.
Can you say what is the school you called that again, please?
Oh, our Sisters of the Blind Retarded Kids.
And we just lost the YouTube license. Oh, that was quick.
You got to say a lot worse than that. You want me to?
No.
No.
Hell no. Trying to force it to be on YouTube, not get off.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Why?
That mouse is right over the X button.
Don't tempt me with a good, or well, I should say, don't tempt you with a good time.
Yeah, I'll go hang out with my wife.
Oh, is that what you needed? Oh, is that the excuse you were looking for?
No.
I was gonna say we were done with the topic anyway. We were going to move right on. We're going to move right onto the pros. We're going to move right onto the pros in fantasy football, which I know is just your favorite subject.
I'm only here because I got my lifting done last night.
Speaking of which, I was going to move into that because I showed Bryce and Bryce was just like, eh. I'm like, what do you mean, eh? He's like, well, he goes, you could do it. You're big enough to do it. I'm going, no, I'm not. There's no part of being big enough to do it. I'm like, what are you talking about big enough to do it? He goes, oh, the skinny you couldn't do it. I'm like,
does he look at me and just think that's all fat? You do realize that I'm like,
yeah, it's the you have to remember it's the teenage ignorance.
So I weighed 260 pounds last November. I weigh 280 now. And I didn't change size. I put on 20 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, he thinks it's all flab. I'm like, damn kids.
Look at them shoulders. Look at them shoulders. Look at that back.
All right, deadlifting a beefy 230.
That was 5 on the nose?
5. Technically it was like 501 because of the collars and then the 45-pound metal plates are like just a little over 45. So it's like 501, 502, but it's 500 pounds.
Very impressive.
It's 500 pounds. It is literally half of what the old world record for deadlifting was.
Yeah, like I said, my back blew out a fart watching you do that. I was just like, damn. Yeah.
My favorite is everybody who's seen it goes, that looks like it was easy. I'm like, Do you understand how heavy that is?
Yeah, but we said it looks easy because you didn't struggle to pick it up.
I struggled at the top. That was the only shitty part. It got hung. The bar got hung up on my nuts.
Is that why you had to hop it up over your?
I had to hop it. Did you see the hop at the end? I had to hop it over my dick because it got stuck.
Sorry, you two.
They make tape for that.
I have tried. That bad boy just wants to be out there.
I'm just saying.
Okay, I know why this is called Dueling Aces. We need to make a call to the pen.
The problem, so part of the problem is that like you have to get your hips through cleanly, or it doesn't count, right? Like that one wouldn't have counted. Counted as a PR, but it wouldn't have counted in competition. I'm getting to the point now where I'm lifting so heavy that I'm gonna have to baby powder my legs before I go out so that the bar slides up my legs and my singlet when I'm lifting.
I'm gonna need to get you lifting shoes.
Yeah, I noticed you had pushing a lot of grip there because I can see on the bar where it was powdered up pretty good.
Oh, my chalk.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So you got to remember, I did my warm up. I actually went into Chat GPT yesterday or this morning and totaled it all up because I was curious. So yesterday with my warm up ladder for deadlifting, I did 5 at 135, 3 at 185, 2 at 225, 2 at 275, 1 at 315. Then I did my working stuff. So it was 3 at 350, 3 at 395, 1 at 440, 1 at 475, 1 at 500. Then 3 sets of 4 on block pulls, which means I did more deadlifts, but they were on about a 2 or 3 inch block. So the bar was even with my knees to help with hip drive. Those were 3 sets of 4 at 275. And then, or sorry, no, it was 3 sets of 12 at 285. So 12 total at 385. T-bar rows, 4 sets of 8 at 125. Frame carries, 4 carries at 50 feet, so 200 feet for 275 pounds. And then rolling thunders, which is a grip exercise, 45 pounds for 40 seconds a hand. Total weight volume I lifted yesterday, not including my body weight, was 13,445 pounds. If you do the equations to add in body weight and everything else, it comes out to just over 24,000 pounds that I lifted yesterday. Or 2 African adult elephants, or 1 fully grown orca, or 12 Clydesdale horses, 18 dairy cows, or 75 fully grown alligators, or 150 adult German shepherds, or 24,000 rotisserie chickens. 2,400 rotisserie chickens.
I was going to say 24,000 chickens is...
No, 2,400 rotisserie chickens.
Okay.
Sounds good right about now.
Now I'm hungry.
Now I'm hungry.
Damn it. Damn it, Bruiser.
You're welcome.
Killing me. Jesus. Making us hungry. The hell's the matter with you? We're starving here. We're starving.
I watched your fat ass eat a minute ago.
As just a little flatbread.
That's all right. I got what's left of the homemade enchiladas in in the kitchen along with some cilantro lime rice that I'm about to eat.
So I noticed that the Kansas City Chiefs have finally been able to get another loan to pay off the refs, as weird, mysterious penalties have all of a sudden started popping up since last week's game against the Lions, and then Sunday's game. It's becoming real interesting.
I heard that there were some shenanigans the last few weeks with the Chiefs.
Yeah, just a couple of them, but it's just not gonna be just for the Chiefs.
We have oil.
I mean, hey now, hey.
We're making brownies.
Okay. Like, look, if you gotta go, just go.
She said she would, that's canola oil. You only need like a quarter cup of vegetable oil. There's more than a third cup in a half a bottle.
So, this is a ref who clearly is protecting a guy on his fantasy team.
Comes in to protect Jackson Smith and Jigba. That's selfless, man. Like he's putting himself up right there. He's a former NFL player, Nathan Jones.
That doesn't bother me.
That comes in to protect Jackson Smith and Jigba. That's selfless, man. Like he's putting himself up right there. He's a former NFL player, Nathan Jones.
That's when you're protecting the guy who's on your fantasy team, and you're a ref.
Speaking of refs, can we also talk about the really bullshit targeting call that happened Saturday night?
Saturday night, what was I doing? Oh, I was engaged in adult extracurricular activities at the Moose. So, nope, didn't see it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say at home. I was like, we know that hasn't happened in years. Don't lie.
No.
I posted it in the group. See if I can go back and find it. I know it's in there. But there was a really, really shitty call that happened. Yeah. It was during the Stanford Florida State game. Florida State QB goes to run, scrambles out of the pocket. The Stanford cornerback is already in the air when the Florida State QB is going to hit the ground. They called him for targeting and ejected him. If you're looking in the group chat, the timestamp on it is Sunday, 12:19 a.m. or p.m. 12:19 p.m.
I got it. Rigging it up now.
Sensing pressure, takes off, there's a flag. Castellanos has the first down and a lot more.
Oh.
Castellanos trying to give himself up in mid.
They called him for a late hit and targeting.
With a rough hit on the Florida State and a lot to unpack here with multiple fouls.
So there's a couple things that are going to be.
What's he supposed to do? They were both. He was already in the air.
I was going to say.
What we think it looks like.
It happened so quick.
Penalty during the play. It's like a holding. And then a penalty after the play, which would be that late hit after Castellanos slid down.
It's him. He remains on the field at the 10. Mike Norvell is out to see his quarterback. We talked to this Florida State coaching staff. More than one occasion, they referenced Tommy Castellanos as more than a player, more like a
Holding
son.
with Florida State.
Holding. Offense number 57. After the play, personal foul, late hit, with targeting. Defense number 32.
How's it after the play? It was during the play.
Number 32.
Yeah, right.
The previous play is
They're saying it's late hit because he had given himself up when he started to slide. So the play's the moment he starts to slide, the play's over.
If you're saying
Okay.
he has moved around in that Stanford secondary. Castellanos still not on his feet until now. After the timeout, 2nd and 10. Castellanos sensing pressure.
I was going to say I wanted to see a replay.
Castellanos has the first down and a lot more.
He's already in the act of hitting.
He's in
What
the
is he
act.
supposed
He's
to do?
well. I was going to say he is starting his way down, but yes, I agree. He's already going to go hit him. So it is kind of one of those, no pun intended, one of those bang bang plays. So
You want to give them a penalty for a late hit? Okay, fine. Half the distance to the goal or whatever
yeah,
fine.
But
it's not targeting.
No, I agree on that. It's definitely the late hit though.
I'll give you the late hit, but that's not targeting. The other thing I would say though is that when you are a QB and you are sliding in and you are giving yourself up,
and it's not helmet to helmet.
No, it was body to body, body to head.
Right.
But if you are a QB giving yourself up, I think you really need to be way more animated about it. You know what I mean? Okay,
Yeah.
we can talk about Kansas City now. We were just talking about refs, and I was like, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that's definitely full on for sure. But I agree. But yeah, it's getting a little ugly again, and it's like, oh, it went away quietly, and then now, past couple weeks, it's just getting a little too interesting.
Just a bit.
Especially once Brandon gets involved.
Yeah.
Because once Brandon gets involved and he starts making up videos of it, it's on.
Yeah.
Anybody still got two?
And then just because I know that, it's got to get brought up eventually.
Anybody still got two working knees?
Here, Coach. Coach, I can play through it.
Through what exactly?
All of it. He can still have one hamstring.
We're gonna need a bigger injury report. Anybody still got two working knees?
I think Sam was going to send this to me.
Coach, I can play through it.
Through what exactly?
All of it. He can still have one hamstring.
We're gonna need a bigger injury report.
Yeah. My 49ers are just in a bad way, but yet
No.
They're still winning,
is,
Sam. They're still winning.
This is when coaching matters. Well, first of all, you already know what happened. Kyle Shanahan took a moment before the season. He said a prayer. He prayed to the good Lord himself. I will do anything to keep Christian McCaffrey healthy. God said, okay. The rest of your team's dying. But no, this is where coaching matters. Personally, and this is not a knock on Brock Purdy. The Niners offense has looked better with Mac Jones.
Yeah, it's sniffing like a weird little quarterback competition that shouldn't really be there. But guess what? Everybody
it's there.
Yeah, well, and people ask me, they're like, oh, well, what do you think? You got Mac Jones now. I'm going, I think New England screwed up. I says, that's what I think. And I wasn't wrong. I was not wrong.
But again, is it really New England screwing up, or is it just the wrong system? Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield looked like outcasts for the first 4 years of their career until they got the right coaching.
Thank you.
Sam Darnold is literally looking exactly like he did last year, and I think we're now in the conversation that the Vikings may have made a mistake by not bringing him back. Daniel Jones goes to Kevin O'Connell. All he did was sit on the bench for a few weeks. Now he goes with Shane Steichen, who's also a good offensive coach, and look how good he's doing. Baker Mayfield's gotten 2 offensive coordinators head coaching jobs in the past 3 years. This is where coaching matters. Robert Saleh is down what is one of the 2 best middle linebackers in football. I still think Zach Bowen, over the past year plus, has given Fred a run for his money. But longevity, Fred Warner's still the best middle linebacker in football. He's out. Nick Bosa, when healthy, top 7 pass rusher, easily, without really a debate. He's out. Bryce Huff, who you got from the Eagles, who didn't do crap for us, he's been your second best defensive lineman. Now he's out. And Robert Saleh just continues to find ways to generate pressure and hold these teams to low amounts of points. This is where coaching matters. And as I said last night, as long as Shanahan and Saleh are right here, they're good.
A favorable schedule doesn't hurt either. That's for sure. A favorable schedule doesn't hurt either. And we talked about that at the beginning of the season. We talked about this, that the 49ers had a very easy schedule, extremely easy. And dollars to donuts, so far they've shown that, yep, we thank the NFL for the easy schedule.
And first of all, so we had Dustin on with us last night again, and he was talking about the strength of schedule, and he really doesn't like that argument because all these divisions play the same teams except for like a difference of a few games. It's just they're all NFL teams. How are they easy? Nothing in the NFL is easy per se, unless you're playing like the Dolphins. Maybe it's a little easy then.
Yeah, just ask Cleveland.
Hey, man. Far,
you win how you win either way.
So, well, hold on. Let's look where we are here. Where'd the Niners start their season?
Seattle.
Seattle's look pretty good this year. They beat them. They beat the Saints. They beat the Cardinals. All right, you lost to Jacksonville, but Jacksonville was playing pretty solid football. Mm-hmm. You went on the road and beat the Rams in LA on a short week. All right, you lost to the Bucs. Bucs have been beating the crap out of everybody except for the top contenders in the NFC, which are the Eagles and the freaking Lions.
And you traveled across the country to do that too.
Exactly. And Tampa Heat and California Heat, 2 totally different things.
And you were down a few more extra bodies. That didn't help.
Pretty much. Yeah, but look, you just came back and responded and held Atlanta to 10 points. And they have Bijan Robinson.
What's up, Smash? How you doing, dude?
Like, I know the Falcons haven't been consistent, but they have the potential to have a high-powered offense, and you held them 10 points. Not to mention Christian McCaffrey ran all over the place on Sunday night.
Well, it was the Falcons. I'm just glad that Bryce didn't have anything to do with baseball there. Because I know that Willie would be sitting there going, yeah, I don't even want to talk to you this week. Because he's a big Falcons fan.
But no, as long as Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh are taking care of the two major components of that team, they're fine. Saleh looks like a new man. He actually looks happy.
Well, because he's not surrounded by a bunch of idiots.
Also true.
I mean, come on. When you're not surrounded by idiots, things usually would be looking up for you. And speaking of
Fair.
the Jets, is Saleh going to get another head coaching job? Maybe the tank.
No,
I don't think he's leaving. It's kind of like
I wouldn't.
It's kind of like Josh McDaniels and Bill Belichick. It's like, hey, you got paid, and you turn around and go, you know what? This was an epic shit show. It's time to turn around and, hey, you walked right back into your old spot. You're familiar with everything. You know where your lane is. You know what kind of control you've got. You know the players you've got. Nothing should skip a beat. I wouldn't bother. I'd just be sitting back going, yep, I'm good.
You know what I hate about that? The fact that Josh McDaniels is the offensive coordinator for the Patriots right now, again.
Spooky, isn't it?
Well, hey, have we watched how Drake May's played so far?
And who's the head coach? Oh, yeah.
Mike Vrabel. But I'm serious. Have we watched how Drake May has played so far this year?
I've been paying attention.
Second in the NFL in completion percentage, leads the AFC in passing yards. His passer rating has been over 100 for 6 straight weeks. I actually agree with that.
Yeah.
I personally agree. If I had to put a fourth, I'd put McDonald from Seattle. They're playing pretty solid. I think he could be in there too. But no.
I brought him back a little too soon. He's still eating. Everyone's saying the Lions will lose Kelvin Shepherd after last night.
I highly doubt that. First year's a DC already getting looks. I don't know about that. And plus, let's be real, George. What jobs are going to become available after this year? Tennessee? I don't care how.
No,
I'm not going there. I'm not leaving Detroit for there. Miami? No. Hell, I'm not leaving Miami either.
Yeah, the Bears. Yeah, you could say the Bears. Especially if they get that many. Sure.
But yeah, there's not really like.
I mean, the only one that you're really the obvious one staring us in the face is the Miami job. That's pretty much the only one.
And again, you're looking how that locker room acts, like with Tua calling out players upset with Tua. And it's not like it started there. Remember last year, Dolphins defensive players were ecstatic to get Vic Fangio out of that building. Well, fast forward a year later, the Dolphins defense is one of the worst in the league. Vic Fangio wins the Eagles a Super Bowl.
Bruiser, you're definitely not. No, Bruce. No,
I said this on my show last night. When you are living, because remember, half these guys are not just playing in Miami, they live in Miami. Football comes second. We know what Miami, Florida's all about. It is a second to some of those guys. That whole organization is a toxic environment.
Oh, I forget. Sam couldn't see me. Only you can see me.
Sam could not see you.
I don't want to freaking know.
No.
I don't want to even freaking know.
Oh my God. Oh Lord, no.
I was trying to get George's attention, so it picked up
Oh
my shirt.
yeah. Oh no, I was like, oh, he's done eating. Oh no. Put the shirt down, dude. Put the shirt down.
Speaking of Mike Vrabel, anybody else think it was hysterical that the Titans fans were chanting his name in the stadium yesterday?
Yeah, because they had to watch what the alternatives were after getting rid of him.
Head coaching jobs that are going to be open. I mean,
Miami.
for sure, it's got to be the Titans.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be the Titans. I think it's Miami for sure, but nope, I don't think Tennessee will be open.
I think for sure that Stefanski is safe as the Browns head coach until at least 2029.
I agree.
They're putting all the eggs in the basket for that stadium. That's all they care about. They're gonna build draft picks and put all that stock into having a good team in 2029. Which I love, by the way, that the city extorted another $100 million out of the team just so they could move in the zip code. Because everybody wants it. They're moving to Brook Park. It's 20 minutes away. It's still technically the city of Cleveland.
Yep. Bunch of morons.
Yes.
Whatever makes you happy.
I mean, you had plenty of opportunities to build a stadium or revamp that stadium on the lakefront and build that into what it should be and could be.
And they did have the structure because my mom was even a club member pre-stadium build. The designs were set, and if they wanted to turn around and change it later on, they could have put the retractable roof on the stadium. The framing was already put there, and that's all they had to turn around and do was set up the other $20 million to turn around and put the roof on it. Even 6 years ago.
I'll tell you what, if you wanted a downtown stadium on the lakefront, Aviation High School and all that excess runway from Burke Lakefront that is not used except for the air show is sitting right there. You could have purchased that land and built that stadium right there. You just moved it half a mile down the road, and you could have built your brand new stadium if the city of Cleveland really wanted that stadium on the lakefront.
I don't know if that land could have supported that.
No, it couldn't have. But the idea being that there was ample opportunity, ample space for the city to do right by the organization and put the means up to have that stadium downtown. But they didn't want to. And no, Smash the Browns head coaching job isn't going to be up.
It won't be up. The Bengals won't be up either because it's too much on injuries. Arizona, that's interesting. Yeah, okay. The Jets, no. Jets ownership has already turned around and come out and said Glenn's not going anywhere, so that's out. Like I said, the Titans, it's only been one already. I said it before. You need 3 to 4 years to get your own people in there. I've
got one that might be up. That nobody's really talking about. And it depends on how the season finishes out for them. Kansas City. If they win the Super Bowl, I could see Andy Reid retiring.
And another one to keep an eye on as well, that could be because of it, coach and age, could be Vegas, because we don't know how long Pete Carroll's going to be the coach of the Raiders.
I'm not even talking about Andy Reid's age. I'm just talking about his cholesterol levels. Those things can't continue to keep rising up like they are.
Yeah. Touche. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, there have been some whispers about Andy getting ready to call it a career soon. We could say it.
Okay, well, I'm going to throw a hypothetical at you. Just because I know Kansas City would probably want a good head coach, they could probably call Tomlin.
I can see it.
I could totally see it.
Great. So Penn State's going to get screwed by the Chiefs. Great.
I'm just saying, I could totally see that. I could totally see that move. I really could.
Yeah.
It's like, and what? They could sit there and go, well, it automatically checks off the boxes for the Rooney Rule. Am I wrong? No. I could totally see that happening. If you're sitting there talking about the Chiefs, and if they pull it off one more time, I could see it.
Does anybody think that there's a chance that Baltimore and Harbaugh part ways?
I don't think so. I think everything goes by the way Lamar goes, and that's kind of the downfall for Baltimore at the moment.
Not to mention that about 3 weeks ago, their entire injury report was a Pro Bowl roster.
Yeah. Which doesn't help Derrick Henry much, so.
All right, I got to go one here. Let me ask you this one. What about McDermott if Buffalo fails again?
Yes.
Smash, you read my mind. I mean, let's be real. If Buffalo gets into the postseason this year and somehow, some way, loses to the Chiefs again, what else is there to talk about with McDermott?
Who takes over for Buffalo?
I mean, they could just stay in house and promote Joe Brady to it, but I don't think they would. That's actually a name I've heard come up in the Penn State conversations, Joe Brady. But I'm like, why would he leave the NFL to go?
Well, and here's the weird one. Do you think that Josh McDaniel would give it another crack? And it's like, hey, it'll be instantaneous.
If he does, you better get that shit in writing before he freaking backs out like the last time he did with the Colts. Thanks to that jackass, the reason I lost Frank Reich in 2018. Oh no. I don't know if McDaniels would give it another shot. He's done it twice.
Oh, I know somebody mentioned about Mike McCarthy. I don't think McCarthy's getting another job. I think he's done.
I don't know why.
He's got too much flatness in his profile, and it just doesn't work anymore. Sorry.
What?
It's the same old, same old. You're predictable. He's totally too predictable.
That was Mike Tomlin. He's done a damn job.
Tomlin at least changes it up. He changes it up.
Has he?
Frank Reich to coach the Bills?
Frank Reich is currently coaching at Stanford.
Yeah. And
I don't know about that. I don't know if he actually wants to coach in the NFL again.
it's Buffalo. And I'm sorry, but remember, Sam, there is a really pretty new stadium that you got to put butts in the seats, man.
Yeah.
And if you're going to remember, you got to make a splash. So, how do you make a splash?
Watch draft day.
You go get yourself a new coach and somebody who the fans definitely have a liking for. So, why not? Oh, Jesus.
Cliff Kingsbury coaching Jackson Dart would scare the utter hell out of me.
Interesting.
There you go. Daboll can go back and be the head coach for the Bills after they fire McDermott for losing to the Chiefs for the 15th year in a row.
How about no? No.
Just a thought.
I'm going to switch gears for a quick second. The World Series is now about to commence. We had
Speaking of that,
interesting Grand Slam to propel the Blue Jays to the World Series against the Dodgers, who have only lost one damn game in the playoffs so far. One.
You're welcome.
Speaking of the World Series, can we just give a nice solid round of applause to the Blue Jays and the Mariners for putting on what was possibly one of the best championship series in the last 15 years?
I'd say 25.
That was amazing baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
100% agree.
And it's crazy because the first 4 games were all won by the road team, and then the final 3 games were all won by the home teams. It was so freaking crazy. But it had everything.
And that whole series, it could have gone either way, and it was criminally underplayed in the sports media. Criminally. Because it's Toronto and Seattle.
Are you surprised?
Yes and no. Because after game 2 with how good it was, I can't believe that more people didn't pick up on it.
Yeah. Because your alternative is the NLCS. And again, all right, wow, the Brewers were the 1 seed. They have no experience in this shit. We knew the Dodgers were going to beat them.
And not in a sweep, though. I did not see that coming. That was mind-blowing.
Well, that's because the Dodgers starting pitching has been on a heater this postseason. Snell, Ohtani, Yamamoto, Glass now.
Speaking of Mr. Ohtani, squeeze me, 10 strikeouts and 3 home runs. I got to rewind to that night. Hello. Who the hell are you and where did that come from, peeps? Because that ain't been done since Babe Ruth days. Holy cow.
Yes, and also, let's also be, in all fairness, no discredit to Babe Ruth. He wasn't facing dudes throwing 98.
No, true. Very true.
He was facing guys that the next day had to go open up their butcher shops. They played baseball on the side.
Dude, what he did was absolutely just mind-blowing. And wow.
This has been one of the better postseasons in the last 20 years for baseball. I mean, the wild card series between the Indians or between the Guardians and the Tigers, amazing baseball. The Tigers and the Mariners, fantastic. The Blue Jays and their run to get to the ALCS and then the World Series, also fantastic. The Cubs and the Brewers, that was amazing baseball.
Yeah. And definitely one of the better postseasons.
And the problem is, it will continue to draw low numbers because somehow it's not marketable.
Well, and
could you imagine that Game 7 last night on primetime television with a 7:05 first pitch on, say, NBC or ABC?
and you're going up against Monday Night Football.
Doesn't matter. You're still gonna put it on a major network. It's gonna draw.
It would have been it could have been right on Fox, and then they would go right up against Monday Night Football, and Monday Night Football threw up a doubleheader on top of it.
Monday Night Football is always gonna draw. Always,
Yeah,
because it's Monday Night Football.
Exactly.
But Game 7 of the ALCS on, let's say, NBC or ABC or even Fox, CBS, doesn't matter. One of the big four at 7:05 on free television, where I have to buy cable to watch ESPN or I got to pay out the ass for the ESPN app.
It's going to be ugly, I think, in a couple of years when we have to pay for NFL everything.
Oh, you mean the cable that we're already paying for? Because you remember when cable TV first came out, you paid for the channels that you wanted.
Yeah, and you got to choose those channels. Yeah, instead of them pre-packaging for you.
Now.
Yeah, they're pre-packaging the crap for you instead now. Yeah, I remember.
But all the streaming services are now are just the individual channels and services again.
Yep. So Anthony says Dodgers in 5.
I think it's going to be the Blue Jays in 6.
Get over here. Hi, Zolt.
There he is.
Evening, gentlemen.
There's my buddy. I haven't seen him in a while.
I know.
I've missed your face.
Scarce. I'm glad somebody does.
Dodgers have better hitters.
Anthony, have you not watched Vlad Guerrero Jr.?
For real?
Have you not watched George Springer? Oh, by the way, there's this guy coming back for Game 1. His name is Bo Bichette.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun World Series.
Anthony, let me respond to this. The Dodgers have 3 really good hitters, and maybe two guys that for some reason, like Kike Hernandez in October turns into Willie Mays, and I can't stand it. But if you've watched this every series the Blue Jays have played, remember, Bo Bichette has not played the entire postseason. You know why the Blue Jays have gotten this far? Because all 9 batters in that damn lineup have produced at some point. That is why they are here. George Springer literally just took a 100-mile-an-hour fastball off his kneecap 2 games prior, and then he smacks the game-winning home run in the 7th inning to send them to the World Series. The Dodgers are a good team. The only thing that I will say that will be concerning in that is, can the Blue Jays hit the Dodgers pitching? The Dodgers pitching in the postseason has been really good. But here's the thing. Outside of that 3-home-run game, Shohei Ohtani has not done crap. The Phillies held him to a 140 batting average in the NLDS, and he didn't do much against the Brewers outside of that one game.
Those are all great numbers. But the Blue Jays, to me, aside from numbers, there's just like a magic about it. The best part of October baseball. Like, there's just something there where I'm like, I think they're winning the World Series.
Yeah, because honestly, in the 7th inning, I'm watching that game, and I'm like, you're thinking like, oh, the Mariners are finally going to get their cinder. Not their like they were a good team in the regular season. It's not like they like squeaked in the playoffs, but it's like the Cinderella story's happening. They're finally getting to the World Series, and then George Springer steps to the plate.
I don't think the Mariners have anything to be ashamed of from that series or that season.
The only thing I would have done differently in that situation, I'm not going to Bizardo against Springer. I'm bringing in Munoz. I don't care if it's the 7th inning. I'm trying to get to a World Series. I'm going to my closer who Springer hasn't got a hit off of.
Hindsight's 2020, but again, overall, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
No, absolutely not.
Just like with the Tigers, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
No, the only negative we've got going on around here is that you had the opportunity to improve the team and you chose not to.
I mean, did you really expect the Guardians to come from 15 back to take the division?
Yeah, like here's how.
Well, that was a blind squirrel in a nut. Come on, let's be real here.
Well, there's only one nut, and it's on the screen next to me, so we know that. But
that's like the Pirate. Listen, that's like the Pirates making the postseason.
Well played, Hanzold.
Fuck you, George.
That was quick work, if I do say so myself.
Oh, hey, baby.
Here's how I look at the Tigers, and I know a lot of their fans were not pleased with the offseason they had last year because they didn't improve the team. Here's the thing. The Tigers in 2024 had a great second half to make that run to the playoffs then. You needed to, in my opinion, give another year for a sample size to see, okay, who can we trust long-term? Who can we not? Now you have a little bit better of an idea. What I really think we all may come on an agreement with the Tigers is they need a damn middle-of-the-order hitter.
Yeah.
Because Torkelson is good, but inconsistent. Riley Green does not think strikeouts matter. So that's the problem right there.
Right.
Hey, for two first rounders and a new hot dog guy, I will send you Paul Skeens.
Who gets a ring for Dallas Cowboys?
Just so they could be $250 million off with him like Scooble.
Anthony, wow.
It could be the Yankees, but they got to hurry the hell up before Judge gets any older.
I was just going to say, yeah, that's kind of like I think they're both on a time clock technically because Prescott's not going to be kicking too much longer either.
The Cowboys'
time clock has nothing to do with Dak Prescott. Their time clock is Jerry Jones. As soon as that time clock goes up, maybe they'll win something. It ain't got nothing to do with Dak Prescott.
I know the son is just chomping at the bit for that to happen.
Oh, God, yeah, so he can run even worse.
Well, I was going to say it's kind of impressive. I saw a little vid the other day of the Colts owner. She is everybody's like, why is she on the sideline? Why has she got a headset on? It's good. They were even trying to make a point of it. It's just good business practice. She wants to understand more of the game and in knowing how the game works, because that's not what she was usually set for. And as far as the business, it's like, okay, how can I promote and how can I expand my business? What are the key points that I can turn around and take from listening and, making sure that I sound like I know what I'm talking about when I go to present things and talking to players of, hey, we have this and we have this, and this is how we run things. I mean, she can turn around and go and talk with those agents and talk with those players. She wants to sound like she knows what she's doing. Oh, I'm sorry. Is Jed York taking notes? Fuck no, he's not. I'm sorry. I just had to get that.
George, Jed York's trying to find a way to pay for all the hospital bills right now. Leave him alone, damn it.
It doesn't matter what business it is. An owner should know the business. Number one, that's why you're there.
Well,
However, at the same time, the owner should know the business and know to get the hell out of the way of the people that you just hired.
Well, but she's letting the football people run the business.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with her learning the business side of it, because
nope,
you should.
I have zero problem with it as well, because it does make for smart business, and you want to know what you're talking about. Like Jerry Jones just thinks he knows what he's talking about because he played the game. Yeah, there's a difference between playing the game, learning or knowing how to coach, and then knowing how to actually run the team. There's three totally different aspects. And you were okay, Joe Blow as a player, and you're just bad as an owner. You got money, and you basically got a whole bunch of toys to play with, is what you got. So how you doing, Zolt? I heard there was a great game on last night.
Yeah, I mean, it was
at 7 o'clock. There was a fantastic football game.
Frankly, I think that was the best part of it.
I was going to say, that was just. All I heard from Bryce was, "Oh my gosh, Jahmyr Gibbs got me like 200 some points."
Hey, all I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to throw a nice stat out there for you. I'm not even going to make you guess. 12 in a row. 12th time in a row that the Lions have lost and then won the next game.
And it being on Monday night on top of it.
And frankly, against the team that you could have now the tiebreaker over for number 1 seed.
Yep.
Assuming you get there. And I do feel sorry for Mike Evans.
Yeah.
The streak is over. Now I'm sad.
I saw Brandon's injury demon thing today. That was brutal. Because he turned around, he did Mike Evans dirty. He sat there and he is like, "Yeah, Mike Evans," and he's like, "Yeah, just checking out." And Demon goes, "Yep, no problem." And then he goes, "Poof, poof," and he's like, "Oh," and then looks at his paper and goes, "Oh." It's like, yeah, that was dirty, dude. That was wrong. As fast as he was out, he's right back in, and it's like, yeah, yikes.
Right.
That was ugly. That was truly ugly. Oh, all I know is I had him in a couple leagues and had to let him go.
I mean, injury bug hits everybody sooner or later.
Yeah, and that's kind of it was like, that's the first time I've even had the guy in since he's even been in the NFL. It was like the first time I'd even bothered to draft him in a couple of drafts. And I was like, well, okay, that one's on me. Darn it. Oh, well. But I got double E back, so that's okay.
There you go. Until he gets hurt.
Back.
And it was nice getting see.
How's that hamstring holding up?
It's all right.
Okay. I was just checking.
Don't talk about hamstrings. I was excited. I got George Kittle back this week, and guess who had no catches?
I have him in multiple leagues, so you don't have to tell me.
There's another guy, another kid who had him too, and he was screaming up a storm.
But I did get CeeDee Lamb back in my other league too. So,
guys get hurt, guys come back. It's just how it is.
Unless you're the Niners, they just all disappear.
Then they just all get hurt.
Well, Zolt, I'm not sure if you saw the beginning when we started, but here's what I said to George. I think to begin the season, Kyle Shanahan went to a dark retreat like Aaron Rodgers, except with less insanity. Prayed to the football gods and said, "I will do whatever it takes to keep Christian McCaffrey healthy." And they were like, "Anything?
Okay.
Anything?
Watch this."
All right, let's see you play with all the backups.
But again, like I said, the Niners are the proof right now that this is where coaching matters because they're still winning games.
Super scary. Mike Evans needs to retire.
He's got another couple of years left in him.
I was going to say, yeah, he's got He's
That's
got
some
some,
business.
he's got some serious Jerry Rice, in him left. I don't think he's done.
I mean, it's not like we're talking, well, he's on his third ACL.
Right.
It's a broken collarbone. That's not exactly predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll be back just in time towards the regular end of the regular season and right in for the playoffs.
I just pulled him up real quick. So this is 12th year in the league. 12th year, so obviously it's going to get capped at the 4 games that he played because he was injured earlier in the season. Lowest number of games played in any of the 11 seasons before that was 13.
He's in great shape.
He's in great shape. He plays. He plays constantly.
Yeah, I wouldn't be ready to shelf him yet. Heck no.
In fact, and he's, again, that it was thrown in our chat that there goes the 1,000-yard season streak. Yeah,
right.
That was Sam. It's like this first year in his career, he's not going to hit 1,000 yards.
Is he a Hall of Famer in your eyes?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I have people tell me that he's not.
Well, we've had George, you and I have had the conversation before. To me, he's Larry Fitzgerald. So if Larry Fitzgerald goes in, Mike Evans goes in.
Yep.
And not to discredit Larry for anything, but Mike does have something up on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not taking anything away from, because again, Larry could have said multiple times, "Get me the hell out of here."
Right.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to go find a team that can actually win something, and he did. He stayed in Arizona, and still one of the greatest wide receivers we've ever seen play football. So,
well, I remember the conversations where somebody had even videoed that Larry was sitting there talking with Tom when Larry's contract was coming up, and it was like everybody's like, "Ooh, Fitzgerald going to go to New England?" And rumors.
There was a trade in place in 2008 between Arizona and Philly that never went through because Larry didn't want to leave.
Yep.
The Eagles tried for years to try to get him. Ironically, they beat us in the NFC Championship game that year, but we don't got to bring that
up. He's like, I don't want to talk about it.
That's okay. Won 2 Super Bowls the last 7 years. I'm okay.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm chilling. I got to see 2 of my life. I'm happy.
How long does Calvin Johnson takes to get into the Hall of Fame?
He was already in.
He's
already in.
No, I think he's asking, was he a first ballot or not?
No, was he a first?
I honestly don't remember. I don't remember.
Stump the staff question.
Yep.
Damn it. We hate those, Sam. We hate those.
Well, the answer was yes.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Since I'm here.
Yes, sir.
After hiatus.
We're in transition, by the way. We are no longer.
I'm proud of you, George. I am.
We're not on Facebook any longer.
I saw. That is a shame.
Now, that's not to say that the link wasn't posted on Facebook.
Of course, I saw it.
I mean, if we're in transition, how's that HRT going there, George?
What's that?
Never mind.
I didn't hear. I didn't hear what you said.
I said if we're in transition, how's that HRT going for you?
It's running fine. It's only got like 80,000 miles on it. We're doing good. Anyway.
Hi, Sam. How you doing?
Anyway,
George, you do it one more time, he's just gonna leave.
For fill in the blanks, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. I have like 5 different options. Now we could just roll for it. I could give you not even the description, but I could give you what I've named the tab, and you can make a non-informed decision. Or I could just pick one.
My life's based off non-informed decisions.
Okay.
I'm a Philadelphia sports fan.
Share screen. I will show you this, and we can then make the decision. Okay, so the tabs in blue are what we're working with here. So we have either 11,000, Con C, Deb, beer, or 5+.
I don't know if I should be scared or not.
Some of these are harder than others. At least one of them is kind of ridiculous.
Well, since some supervisor chick was named Lisa Beer, and they said to go get her, but yeah, why not? We'll go with beer.
Okay. You want beer, Sam? Do you have a vote?
My ex-girlfriend's last name was Beer, so fuck it. Let's go with beer. And that's not a joke either.
All right. We're going beer. So give me a second. Let me load this up.
Now, all right, hold on. If this is named this because after this I'm gonna want to have a beer, I'm gonna be pissed off.
I mean, if this show doesn't end every week and you don't want to have a beer, then we're doing it wrong.
Oh, please. I could talking to George for 20 seconds does that to me.
Okay. Let me make sure I actually have this answer key before I...
George, it's been like almost 3 weeks. You had time off from this. It wasn't going to go away.
Yeah.
Did I pinch a nerve there?
Actually, the one in my leg is still stinging. Yes. Thank you for asking. Appreciate you asking.
Uh-oh. It's the one I didn't check to see if I still had the answer.
There was something interesting, Sam, that I thought that the Brewers would turn around and definitely do well, especially when they had a guy named Jesus on their team. Jesus Made? Jesus made. I was like, really? You guys got him freaking play. You got Jesus on your team and you still can't win. Wow, not even the crickets.
Nope, no
Just
crickets.
like Sam's dad jokes.
Okay. I think I got it. For some reason, it didn't save.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
That's not good. That's bad.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm just getting it ready.
Beer prices
every year. This is why we kept Bruiser around.
Son of a bitch.
Now, first off, props to the 680. Good job. Love ya. And a huge double bird to the 1649.
Ooh.
I want to say that 1649 is either Dallas or Atlanta.
It is neither.
No, I thought. Wait. Is Atlanta the 680?
No.
Damn.
Wait a minute. Wouldn't Green Bay would be the 680, right?
Green Bay is not 680.
George, can you imagine what the hell Green Bay, Wisconsin would be like if that was the price of their beers?
That's what I was saying. That's what I was thinking.
Is one of the $14 ones Philly? We have to be high. I know we're high.
You're not $14. You're not that high. You are on the right hand column though.
Are we one of the $13?
No, you still got to go a little bit lower.
Are we are we the 1124?
So close. So close.
Oh, get the
off
fuck
by a
out.
penny. Are
I
the
know why I drink
Browns?
before.
Are the Cleveland Browns the 850?
They're not, but you're definitely in the right column.
I was gonna say.
Sorry, the correct column. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, are they within the $8?
They are cheaper than $8.
Oh my
Are
god!
the Browns the 680?
They're not. They're not that cheap.
Are they 720?
Nope.
715. Wow.
What division is the 680 in?
Oh, good lord. Okay, you know what? I'll give you AFC.
Okay.
Okay.
No, you know what? AFC North.
Pittsburgh.
It's not Pittsburgh.
Cincy?
Cincinnati.
I was gonna say it's
Because they have Rheingeist. They have to deal with Rheingeist.
It's the 1649 Vegas.
It is not, but that's a great guess.
Is it all right? Oh, I have another
hey,
guess.
hey, that's not a bad call out though, Sam. That's not a bad call out.
Oh, fuck them. They're gonna try to take WrestleMania every year. Screw them. Is it SoFi?
No.
Yeah, that's another one I was thinking. Fudge.
What division is the 1649 in? Give me the conference.
Okay, it's NFC.
It is NFC.
Yes.
Is the stadium built within the last 15 years?
Oh, Christ. I really don't think so.
That's a good question.
I don't think
That
so.
is.
But there is one coming.
That's what she said.
Damn it.
We already asked if 1649.
Nope,
was
Anthony,
Dallas.
it's not Dallas.
Good night, dude.
Hi, Dad.
Love you, man.
We too.
Is it the Commanders?
It is the Washington Commanders.
Wow.
Well, yeah, oh my God.
Hey, you got to say it right. King Trump says that we have to call them the Redskins from now on.
Oh my God.
And
Our YouTube, we're going to lose this on YouTube within the first 2 months. I guarantee it. It's going to be short lived.
Yeah, it's gonna be real short lived.
Got to go live on freaking. We're going to go live on Twitter or some shit.
Oh, I've got Twitch access, so don't. we can tempt it with a good time.
Tempt it. Is one of the all right? Is what conference is the 1499?
It's AFC.
Damn it!
I'm going to throw this out there. They've been mentioned.
They've been mentioned.
1499 Broncos?
Nope, not the Broncos.
You said we already mentioned.
Was this Vegas?
I mentioned the Broncos.
There we go. Is one of the $14 whatever the New York teams?
Oh, that's right. In New York's going to be two of the
I was just at MetLife too.
The $14. None of those three are either New York teams.
Are they one of the 1425?
New York?
No.
New York would be either the 13 or the 971.
And my next clue was going to be they're both the same price.
Yeah. that was the dead giveaway.
Yeah.
God, no wonder I went broke
they
that
would
night.
be the same price.
Yes, just in case anyone's not getting the reference, yes, I decided to take the trip to MetLife for Thursday Night Football 2 weeks ago. Worst decision ever.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stay out on the West Coast with the rest of this. So that's the Rams and the Chargers. At 14.
At 14.
Why did I not think of the teams that are sharing a stadium? God damn it.
Because I just happen to be just sitting here. That's all.
I will say this: you can
The
stay on the West Coast.
49ers is 12.
No, I was about to say you can stay on the West Coast for the other 14.
Yeah,
Seattle?
Nope.
Arizona?
49ers at 14 as well. I'm thinking you got to remember California pricing.
Yeah, which is not in effect for the 1425. In fact, 1425 is about as far from the West Coast as you can get.
New England?
No, that is definitely far. It's an NFC team.
Oh. Carolina?
No, in fact, Carolina is where Carolina. Carolina is, you're in the right column, but no, they're not 14 and a quarter.
Wow. Oh, man, go watch that poor damn team and you have to pay.
And in fact, when we get Seattle's not even in the right hand column. They're on the left.
Are they one of the $10 ones on the left?
Nope, they are cheaper than that.
Damn.
Huh.
Are all of the AFC North teams on the left?
Hang on. Let's see. We got, who are we missing? We're missing Pittsburgh.
Steelers and the Ravens.
Patriots and Ravens.
Steelers are on the left. Ravens are on the right.
Did you say Patriots and Ravens, George?
Not Pittsburgh and the Ravens.
Anthony gets $850 for the Bills. You're in the right column. You got to go a little bit higher than $850.
I was going to say, they had to pay for those tables.
Surprised they weren't the 1649.
We'll go ahead and throw the Bills there at $940.
Really? I was 20 cents off. Are you freaking kidding me?
I'm going to say Pittsburgh is 805.
No. They're willing to pay more to watch them. Or they have to pay more because they have to drink to watch them.
850?
Nope. More, higher, sir. Higher.
Wow, 1049.
There. Nope.
$9.99?
$9.99.
Wow.
At least they priced it at 99 cents like you're supposed to in retail. Come on, people.
So I'll go $10.99 on the Ravens. $1 more.
Nailed it.
What conference is the 1425 in?
NFC.
It's not the Cardinals. It's not the Seahawks.
No, this is the one I said is.
No, this
about
is the
as
one he
far
said
from the
is
West
all the
Coast
way
as
up.
you
Is
can
it
get.
Tampa? Really? Okay,
Gotta
really
get all that money
surprised, I
from
guess.
those retirees.
Yeah, no kidding. I guess. Wow.
Is 1050 on the right side the Dolphins?
Not the Dolphins. The Dolphins are on the right hand side.
Are they the 1073?
Up there. They gotta be $12.
No. Yeah, was it? Well, yeah, hold on.
I had $12. Yeah, we got $12 Dolphins. So that means Jacksonville is $12.79.
Jacksonville is on the left hand column.
1049.
Wow.
Because you got to get them people drunk. They're not 1049. You're just right there though.
I give up at this point. I'm literally, I guess. Well, actually, no, wait. They don't need to get people drunk in Jacksonville to kill their brain cells. They just got to go watch AEW for 2 weeks and they'll be fine.
They don't have to get the people in Jacksonville drunk. They have to get the people in London drunk.
Touche.
Yeah. All right. The Patriots 805.
Okay. Patriots are not 805. You are really close though. I don't know. You're definitely there. You're in the range.
Yeah, in that 8 to 850 range. It's the 858.
The 858 range.
The 858.
Are the Lions on the left-hand side?
They are.
Are they 971?
They're not. They're cheaper than that.
They're lower.
Are they
805? They're the 805.
Lions are not the 805. They are cheaper.
They're the 720.
720.
All right. As I say, no, it's not going to be too far between Detroit and Cleveland.
We're going to do this a little. 3 of the 4 NFC North teams are on the left-hand side. Let's see if we can figure out who's on the right.
Minnesota's on the right.
Minnesota is not on the right.
Chicago.
Chicago's on the right. What do we think it is?
What?
1279.
1124.
It is right there.
Fuck you, George.
They're robbing the best, man. Chicago fans just robbing them blind. All right,
They gotta pay Ben Johnson somehow.
All right, so that means we got the Vikings, and the Vikings are gonna. I still think the Vikings are 971.
Sir, the Vikings are less than 971.
850.
They're less than 850.
805.
They're the 805? Really? Cheaper than the Packers?
Yep.
Packers are the 831?
Higher.
850.
Higher.
I'm done.
They're the 971?
Higher.
1049.
I'm done. Every
Are the Falcons 1279?
Atlanta is on the left-hand side.
Get out of here.
Are they the 818?
971 for Atlanta.
Nope. Yeah. Atlanta is less than 9.
850.
829.
Oh, thank Jesus. Thank the Holy Grail.
The Seahawks to 818.
They're not. They're on the left-hand side. They're more than 818.
Are the Panthers on the left or the right?
The Panthers are on the right.
Are the Panthers 1279?
No, thank God.
Oh, they're 1050.
Panthers are 1050.
Wow.
Okay. Sam, you threw out a number, I think, for Seattle. Did you throw it? I heard it.
I said, were they the 818?
No, Seattle is not the 818. It's higher than that.
829.
831.
Nope. Keep going.
Are the Saints on the left or the right?
Saints are on the right.
Are the Saints 1175?
The Saints are 1175. That was a nice one. All right, so we got 2 left on the right. 1073, 1279. Both AFC teams.
Whoa. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me Jerry is on the left-hand side? Jerry is a left. Jerry's
Are they 971?
Cheap beer? Jerry's going under $10 for a beer. No kidding.
Are the Broncos 1279?
The Broncos are on the left.
The Colts are 1279.
Colts are on the left. Ooh.
Are
the
the Chiefs
Texans on the right?
$12.79?
Hang on. One of you go.
The Chiefs.
Go, Bruiser.
Chiefs are on the left.
Are the Texans on the right?
Texans are on the right.
Are they 1073?
They are not. The Texans
No, they're the.
make people pay.
Well, if I
$12.79.
hold on. If I had to watch that offensive line, I get drunk too.
Right.
Yeah, but you're paying a lot to get drunk.
George, I live outside of Philly.
Touche.
We drink before the games. We're not that stupid.
The Browns drink before the games too.
Well, they're even more smart. They're more smart than us.
That the Patriots at 1073? Oh no,
no.
we already guessed them. They're
we
over
already
on
have
the
the
right.
Patriots.
What division is the AFC team in that's 1073?
The Chargers.
I think we already have the. Don't we already have the chart? Yeah, we already have the chart.
Oh yeah, they're down there. That's right. They're at 14.
They are in AFC South.
The Chiefs are 829.
The Titans.
Wow.
Yes.
Some bad teams with high beer prices. Some really bad teams. Anthony says, so I was saying 4 hot dogs cost less than a whole 26 ounce, 16 ounce. Yeah, no kidding. Wow.
Okay, George, what'd you say about Chiefs?
829.
No, it is not 829 for the Chiefs. It's a little bit more.
Are the Chiefs 920?
3 teams left, all in the same general range.
The
Two
Cowboys.
AFC, 2 AFC, 1 NFC.
Yeah, the Cowboys is.
We already said Dallas.
No, we already said Cowboys.
Yeah, Dallas is 971.
Dallas is down there. We already named them.
Y'all have named every damn team.
Yeah.
Actually, technically, I think one of these teams you haven't even named. But that's fine. You ain't missing anything.
Oh, the Colts.
People get to go pay their $18 for their beer while they're watching Danny Dimes throw the ball and win ball games.
Then the Broncos.
Who we missing? Give you a hint, their quarterback hasn't started for the last 2 games. They've been drinking their beers, watching.
The Cardinals. The Cardinals. That's right. He's stuck playing video games again.
Or getting ID to drink.
There are some people getting royally screwed on their beer at games.
Yes.
And some not so much.
No.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, especially wasn't thinking Dallas was going to be that cheap.
That's the only thing. The only thing I can figure is you're in Texas, and if you start screwing around with Texans and their beer money,
well,
so the shotguns come out.
Then the next one I was thinking of was the Falcons, because that dome did not, was not cheap. So the Falcons going at $8.50 for a beer is impressive. Same thing with the Vikings with that new place.
Here's my question for Washington. Do you think 1649 was the price when Dan Snyder was there too? And they just haven't changed it?
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
for sure.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
For sure.
I mean, Vegas at $15 a beer. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Just the Giants and Jets at 13. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, the other side of the coin right there, all the California teams, I kind of figured that they were definitely going to be up there. That made total sense.
Pretty much.
Yes. That is kind of crazy.
I swore it was Vegas was the top one.
But you forgot to factor in the greed of Dan Snyder.
Yep.
That damn Schneider.
Even when we don't have to deal with him anymore, we're still dealing with him.
That rotten son of a... Alrighty. What else you got? Zelda, anything?
Sure. I mean, here, let's have a difficult one.
A real... Bruiser just said...
I swore we were done.
He went, nope, I'm out.
Do you want one that's...
Man, he left quicker than me shutting down on the Michigan State schedule. That was damn quick. He just said, hell no. He was out.
I'm just going to let you read that title.
Top 10 NFL QB debuts by passer rating.
Minimum of 10 attempts. Sam.
Hi.
Y'all are just no fun.
What the?
Yeah, get back
I
in
was
here.
about to say, you better. I was about to say, you better get your prehistoric ass back in here. I'm not doing this by myself. All right,
I
hold on.
I will say this. At least 5 of these players are still in the league.
Okay.
So that helps.
That counts for about under half.
I'd like to take a stab.
I can literally give you the date of the debut as well.
Oh, God.
So
Can I get the...
Go for it.
What's the debut of the 19 for 26 for 320 passing yards?
September 9th, 2012.
Is that Andrew Luck?
It is not Andrew Luck. I can give you the team if you'd like.
Who?
I don't know if that makes it too easy or not, but that's fine. It's Washington.
Oh, it's RG3. Yeah.
See, we got this. We got this.
All right.
Well, at least plug in some years. So
okay. Anthony wants to know if so this list for the old head. Yes, it is. At least half of it is. Okay, you want years? Okay, top of the list. 13 to 15, 209 yards, 4 TDs, no interceptions, 158 rating. September 13th, 2015.
That is really damn good.
Fuck it. Who's the team? I don't even know.
Let me. I just want to make sure I have this right before I say. Yes, Tennessee.
Mariota.
That's a hell of a debut.
Yeah, it was.
Number 3 there. September 7th, 2008.
Stafford. That's not Stafford, is it?
It is not Stafford.
No.
It's a good guess, though. That's.
But yeah, but I'm like, wait, when the hell would Matthew Stafford only throw the ball 13 times?
Right. Not where he started.
Fuck it. Oh, let's not remember those days. Give me the team because I have no idea who would.
Falcons.
Matt Ryan?
Matty Ice.
Yeah.
Okay, now bear with us here. December 4th, 2005. The Browns.
Jesus Christ.
Go for it, old head.
Really? There's only like 8 quarterbacks to choose from.
Only 8? Bullshit.
No, he's just talking 2005.
Oh, I thought you said 8. I thought you said 1905. Shit, I'm sorry, George. Let me try to help you.
See, but George, it's a Browns quarterback that had a good debut. That
Yeah,
definitely narrows it down.
I think after Couch. Oh, shit. Damn.
We're going to let George percolate on that one. We'll come back to it. Let's drop here down to number 6, 19 of 29 for 238 and 4 touchdowns. October 29th, 2023.
October 29th. 3.
Is that CJ's?
No. It's not Bryce Young either.
I can tell you, so 2023 debut, he's no longer with this team.
Oh.
Well, so who's the team? I don't even know. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's late.
Yeah, no, I got you. I'm making sure he's not with the team anymore because I'm 99% sure he's not. Tennessee.
That is not Will Levis.
Levis? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he had a great debut.
How fast?
Hold on. Hold on. Will Levis threw 4 touchdowns in his career?
Wow.
After his mayonnaise-filled coffee?
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna bounce up to here. December 11th, 2022.
2022. Oh, fuck life.
Niners.
Is that Brock Purdy's?
No.
George, I will let you take a shot at this if you have any clue. I didn't. October 4th, 1987,
There you go.
Washington.
Doug Williams.
Nope.
Bill Theismann.
No.
Stupid. I'm playing stupid.
Shits and giggles. Back to the Browns guy. Is it Dilfer? No, Dilfer was with whatchamacallit? Fry.
Charlie Fry.
87 Redskins. You said 87. Wow, Doug Williams. Gus Frerotte?
Nope. Good guess.
Who's between Williams and Frerotte? Wow, I thought for sure that was Doug. Shoot. Oh, no, because it wasn't Stan, because Stan was with the Chargers. Come on.
Sam, I'm going to give you one to ruminate on.
Okay.
September 10th, 2018, New York Jets.
Sam Darnold.
Damn
it, George.
Sorry, it was too easy. You know that was too easy. Clint's favorite guy.
And true to form,
it was too easy. I'm sorry, it was too easy.
September 22nd, 2019.
September. Who the hell is the damn draft picks in 2019? Son of a bitch. Team. Fuck it.
New York Football Giants.
Danny Dimes. Oh my God.
Really?
Okay, so the two that are left, George, obviously you got the one from 1987 for Washington. This one is September 29th, 1996 for the Rams. So I'm going to
96 for the Rams is going to be Kurt Warner.
It was not, because remember Kurt Warner.
Oh, Trent Green
is not Trent Green.
No, Trent was with Kansas City first.
It's not Ryan Leaf. He was with the Rams.
Son of a! I can see his face too. Damn it! It's after Kurt.
I can give you the college.
Screw you. I can see the dude's face too.
Because I knew it because it was Michigan State.
Kirk Cousins.
No.
What?
Not Cousins.
What year are you in?
I hate you, Zolt. I hate you. I freaking hate you.
That memory loss is kicking in. You can't.
This is why
George,
I
just
do this.
think.
Doug Williams was. Wait a minute. What? When did you say that the Redskins one is?
Good Lord.
You said it's 87, but Doug Williams came in for Jay Schrader.
Uh-huh.
So who else was there between Jay and Doug?
Well, I'll tell you this. He played in 3 games his entire career.
What? Who the hell else? Because Jay started. Doug came in for Jay. I don't remember anybody else coming in after Doug.
He was
Come on, George. You were only
undrafted.
in like your 40s when this happened.
Oh, shut up.
Undrafted out of
Jesus
Louisville.
Christ. No, it's not Joe Theismann. Joe Theismann was well before him.
Did you boot me for like 2 seconds?
What?
Did I get booted for that?
Yes.
Okay, I no, because I hunched back laughing because of it.
Am I gonna even know who this guy is?
I have no idea, George. I don't know what you know and what you've forgotten in your old age.
Oh, don't get he's forgotten a lot.
Here's the thing. He played 3 games over his career, 532 passing yards, 4 touchdowns.
It's going to be a nobody. It's
touchdowns.
definitely going to be a nobody.
He has a Super Bowl ring.
Well, no shit. So does Stan Humphries because he was the backup. Give me a break.
I'm just going to give it to you.
Who the fuck is that guy?
You had to have known him, George. You probably,
Sam just no, Sam. You wouldn't even know. Who in the bloody hell? Nobody would know who the frick that guy is.
This is why Pro Football Reference is always up on my computer during the show.
Who in the blue hell? When did he get in a game?
3 times, apparently.
And a Super Bowl.
Starting on October 4th.
1980, whatever
Did
he said.
Doug Williams, pull a hammy or something that he played in the game?
I don't know.
Wow, I got to go back and look at some of this crap. Good God. Who in the blue hell is the... You go for the 3rd or 4th string quarterback. Good God.
Get this done so we can leave.
Let's get the 1996 one so we can get the hell out of here.
No, the Rams kid is Bueller, Mark Bulger.
Nope.
Good guess. That's a great guess.
He's a second round pick, 42nd overall in 96 out of Michigan State.
Wow. I thought for sure that's who it was. Wow.
Played 9 years in the league. Started at St. Louis. St. Louis, Baltimore, Washington, Houston.
What was his last year? What was his last year? 05?
Oh, Matt Shaw.
05. No.
Oh, that's right. Schaub was with the Falcons.
Yeah. So I'll say again, he started with St. Louis, and then where'd he go?
He was traded to the Rams for a 5th round pick and a 7th round pick.
From which team?
He was traded from the Rams to the Ravens.
That ain't Trent Dilford, is it?
Oh,
nope.
No. Wow, I thought for sure it was a Bulger. Damn. Wow.
Some career numbers: 96 games played, 15,315 passing yards, 77 touchdowns.
Because the Packers were in the Super Bowl in 96, right? And because they would have played the Rams. Wait a minute. Gotta go backwards. Because 2001 was Rams and Patriots. Let's get back prior. Prior to Warner. And it was St. Louis Rams at the time.
Yes.
I have no idea who this. I'm trying to think. It doesn't help that I was born in
Because
'96. So
wasn't Steven Jackson the running back?
George, what decade are you in? Steve Jackson was on the Rams in 2011.
No, he was. I'm just trying to go back. It's
Oh, you're
been a
going
while.
back already. You're not going back. You're
back
going
and
forward.
forth. Damn it.
It's okay. It's okay to give up, George.
Well, I mean, hell, do you thinking I'm gonna know Ed Rubbert?
No,
Really?
I didn't, which I believe I mentioned it before.
I mean, for frick's sake.
But look,
I give
one
up.
of the top 10 best debuts by pass
Woo.
rush.
Tony Banks. Wow.
Like I said, the only reason I knew that name is like, wait, that's a Michigan State guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you see the 15,000 completed yards, and you're like, hey, I mean, that's halfway decent. Career completion percentage of 54.2. And his touchdown interception ratio was 77 to 73.
Yeah. Didn't get any better once he got out of St. Louis.
No. In fact, the 3 years that he played for Houston, he actually signed with them like 5 different times. Like he signed with them in 05 and 06, but he just never played, and he went on IR multiple times.
Yeah, I totally forgot he played for Houston. That's crazy. I forgot all about him playing for Houston. It's insane.
Always happy to bring knowledge to the show. Things that you never even knew that you wanted to know.
And I'm just here to make George's hair more gray. So
same.
Grayer.
Oh, never mind. It's not going gray. It's just going.
It's just going.
Oh, it's always been like this.
What's going faster? Niners active players or George's hair?
That takes care of the 4 minutes. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night.
Good night. I said say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night.
Good night.
So I said, well, flip a coin. And if it comes out heads, have your hair dyed.
And if it comes out tails, say goodnight, Gracie.